Hello everyone, myself Pritesh Raut. I am a lecturer in Mechanical Department of Kekewak Polytechnic Nashik, and in today's lecture we will see what is mode test and how it is conducted. So mode test is nothing but what? It is conducted to determine the indicated power of the engine. So this test is conducted for getting the indicated power of the multi-cylinder engine. So either it may be a petrol engine or diesel engine. As we know, indicated power is nothing but what? The power which is produced inside the engine after the combustion of fuel. And the brake power is nothing but what? The power which is available on the crankshaft, and this is useful power. So brake power is a useful power that we required, and indicated power is the total power which is produced after combustion of the fuel. So out of that, somewhat power will going to be lost, or it is considered to be lost, and the remaining power, or the after the losses, considering the losses, the remaining power which is available on the crankshaft, it is considered as the brake power or the useful power. So the ratio of brake power to the indicated power gives us mechanical efficiency. So in this mode test we are going to find out indicated power, because as we know, the brake power which is available on the crankshaft, it can be measured by the any brake dynamometer, but indicated power is difficult to measure by any device, or it is very difficult to find out with the help of any external device. So that's why there are certain methods. Out of that, here we are going to discuss the most test, one of the test, and this is one of the test which is mostly useful for getting the indicated power theoretically. So in this method, each cylinder is made inoperative by cutting off supply of the fuel or the spark plug to each cylinder. So indicated power is obtained in this method by cutting off the supply of the fuel or the supply of spark plug of each cylinder. If the diesel engine is there, then there is the cutting of this fuel supply will take place, or if petrol engine is there, then the supply of spark plug will be cut off. Okay, so simply understand, so this mode test is conducted only for getting the indicated power, which is difficult to measure by any device. So that's why we are here going to find out indicated power theoretically. So here is the procedure by which we can determine the indicated power. So consider the test is conducted on 4-cylinder engine. So while understanding this procedure, we have to focus on the 2 points. First is the two conditions. First is when all cylinders are working. Okay, first condition is when all cylinders are working, and second condition is that out of that 4-cylinder, any one is cut off, or one by one we will cut all the cylinder. So suppose this test is conducted on the 4-cylinder engine, and when all the cylinder are working, then all cylinder will produce power. What we said, when all cylinders are working, then all cylinder will produce power, no doubt. So here the total brake power is what? It is a summation of all the brake power produced by each cylinder. That is nothing but the BP is equals to BP1 plus BP2 plus BP3 plus BP4. Likewise, the total indicated power is equal to it is the summation of all the power which is produced inside the cylinder, inside the 4 cylinder. Again, the summation of, and the frictional power, the total frictional power is nothing but the summation of all the frictional powers of each cylinder. Okay, so here we will assume that frictional power will as a constant. So if you make any changes, or if you inoperative any cylinder, in all that cases the frictional power will be the constant, assumed to be constant. So here, that is, the brake power is nothing but what? Brake power is equals to, or the brake power is obtained when the frictional power is subtracted from the indicated power. So indicated power is nothing but what? Already we discussed that it is the total power which is produced inside the cylinder. So when we subtract some losses from that engine, then finally we will getting the brake power. So total brake power equals to total indicated power minus total frictional power. So this is our equation number 1. So now another condition is that when cylinder 1 is cut off, then what happen when cylinder 1 is cut off out of that 4 cylinder? Now here the 1 cylinder is cut off. So out of 4, only 3 cylinders are in working, and only 3 cylinders will produce power. Obviously, out of that 4, only 3 cylinder will be in working, and it will produce the power. So cylinder 1 is completely inoperative. So whatever the power which is produced by the 3 cylinder engine, it is considered. So here the brake power of the 3 cylinder is equals to the indicated power of that 3 cylinder minus the frictional power of that 4 cylinder. Here we have taken the frictional power of 4 cylinder still, because already we say that the frictional power is always, we assume to be a constant. Okay, so this is our equation number 2. So when we subtract the equation number 2 from equation number 1, we are getting actually the indicated power for the first cylinder. So here the total brake power minus the brake power of cylinder 234 means when the cylinder 1 is cut off, that time whatever the power which is produced, which is considered as a, or designated by what, the brake power of 2, 3 and 4 cylinder. So this total brake power minus the brake power produced by the 2, 3 and 4 cylinder is equals to the total indicated power minus the total indicated power minus indicated power produced by that 3 cylinders plus frictional power of 4 cylinder minus the frictional power of the 4 cylinder, because already we assume that frictional power is a constant, so that term will get cancelled. So finally we will getting what, the total brake power minus the brake power produced by the 3 cylinder equals to the total indicated power minus indicated power produced by the 3 cylinder. So when cylinder 1 is cut off, we will have a equation, the total brake power minus a brake power of total brake power minus the brake power when 3 cylinders are working, and out of that 4, one is cut off. So here the indicated power when 1 cylinder is cut off is given that total brake power minus the brake power of cylinder 1, which is cut off. So similarly we get indicated power for cylinder 2, cylinder 3, cylinder 4. So finally we get the total indicated power, which is the summation of the indicated power of each cylinder. So in this way, by the Moore test, we determine the indicated power theoretically. Thank you.